Everybody can hear the answers.
Right on.
I'm gonna pull up YouTube quick just to get the pop-out chat. It's a little easier to follow along with than waiting for StreamYard to catch up. Waiting for it to load. Okay. All right.
No, I'm in the house. Comes up there.
Got the pop-out chat, and Pet Exotics is already here. As is my little sister. Hi, Gypsy. Gypsy lives in a fun place. She's out on Cape Cod.
That's nice.
She gets to go to the beach, and I am so jealous.
Yeah. Yeah, we live in Cleveland.
Well, that's not too bad.
Well, it depends on who you ask, I guess. But
hey, Cleveland, Ohio has probably got more fun than North Dakota.
There's a lot to do here. There's a lot going on here. The weather is very changes a lot because of the lakes. You know, we're right by the Great Lakes. And
she's complaining that the beach is too salty.
I
wouldn't complain. I would trade a view of the ocean for where I'm at any day.
It can be shocking the first time you swim. I took Jack to Aruba for Christmas last year. We were going to go back this year. Of course, everything was canceled because of the new virus. We ended up going to Florida, and then when we came home, the lockdown started. But yeah, I remember the first time I took him there a couple of years ago, he was very shocked. He said, everything tastes so salty. He wasn't used to it. You know, he's used to pools.
It's the ocean air. I would love to see the ocean. The farthest east I've been was to visit my two uncles and my aunt who live in Michigan State.
It's nice. It depends on where you are. If you go to like the Caribbean, it's a little different, especially Aruba, because it's more of a desert island.
The only place outside the country I've ever been able to visit, I'm not really sure it counts because it's Canada.
Well, of course it does. Yeah. Canada's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A lot of people don't realize.
That was back before you needed a passport just to go to Canada for the day.
Yeah, well, same with Aruba. You didn't used to need one, and now you do. And we just got them, you know. And it's not that expensive. We just got them, and they're going to last a long time. I think he'll last until he's, I don't know, 16 or 17, and then he can just get his own, you know. And I will make him get his own.
Fine.
But yeah, it's been very nice. So you said you started this channel 5 years ago.
Yes.
And
my very first video is actually a My Little Pony video. I took a song from the show and I put it as the music to my own little slideshow of all the
cool
pictures I had on my desktop at the time.
So is your material primarily a fish keeping channel at this point then?
At this point it is. It's the only thing that's really stuck and been able to bring people back every time I do something. So
it's a big thing. People like it. It's a big thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
I am an RN. I've been a nurse for 30 years, and I started my own company as a wellness coordinator 8 years ago. I started that endeavor. After a year, I left my job, and then I do this full time now, have for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
I started getting into more and more wellness stuff and decided, hey, why don't we start making videos, Jack was old enough. He kind of understood it. He wanted to start doing it. He was a YouTube watcher on his iPad, like a lot of kids.
Yeah,
And
that's Kaya currently. My daughter, she turns 6 in October, and she likes to try poke her head in and be on the streams and try to talk to people, but the way she talks about stuff, it's your typical 5-year-old talk.
yeah.
So it's hard to have her on camera to talk to people too, because it's not a whole lot of people want to sit and listen to a 5-year-old just ramble about random stuff. So,
well, basically what we did is I had always been into aquariums since I was about 5 years old, and I got Jack into it when he was born. I hung an aquarium over his crib when he was, before he even came home from the hospital.
oh, cute.
And I had always, depending on moving and being with different people and breakups and all that, of course, then you have to. So we finally moved to this house about 10 years ago, and we started tanks up again, and now we have 6 of them. And we also have about 10 that are waiting to be built.
Wow.
So, sooner or later, what'll happen is there'll be a fish tank in every room of the house, pretty much. A lot of people like fish rooms. We're not really a fish room kind of setup. We like to have tanks in like every room. And I don't know.
The way I see it, if there's a tank in the room, it's a fish room.
Yeah, so I guess we would have a fish house then.
In the room.
Yeah. So I guess we would have a fish house because we would have the room. So like my bedroom has tanks, his bedroom has tanks. We have tanks in one of the large rooms, one of the living rooms. And now, there's going to be one here. That's a big 55 that's going to go in my office right here. We have some more that are going to be going. That's the kitchen there. We have some more that are going to be going on that ledge. And then if you've seen our channel, you've probably seen the big, huge one. That's the one everybody really pays a lot of attention to. And that was the first video we ever made. It's called an aqua cave. And that is a design that I designed years ago when I was young, of an upside down tank inside of another tank so that turtles or amphibians or whatever can go up inside.
And kind of have more space to go versus just the one area. They can kind of travel.
Yeah. And so what we did is, and so I've told this story a few times, but a lot of people don't know it. Basically, long story short, when I graduated college, I went to nursing school. I graduated college. I was about 20. I started looking for jobs. People were not hiring new nurses.
Okay.
So I started working for pet stores because it was a passion of mine. And I was basically living in my parents' basement. My parents were going through a divorce. My dad left. I stayed with my mom to kind of help her be able to afford things. I figured we'll help each other out. I'll give you some rent. And I started a fish room because working
I give you rent, you give me room and board.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to help her out because she wasn't really financially stable enough to keep the house, but she wanted to. So anyway, I stayed, turned the basement into a fish room. I worked in a very large aquarium store that we have done videos on. We've done videos on a couple of our LFSs around here. And I still live where I grew up in the proximate area.
Okay.
So I worked for a big store and I got a lot of discounts. And that was one of the reasons I worked there. So I basically built a huge fish room off of discounts. And then I started working as a nurse, and my mom was okay. I moved out. My girlfriend moved in with me. We got engaged. We got married. We were together for like 10 years. And I got rid of all the tanks. I sold them all off because we lived in an apartment. I had bought property, and we were going to build a house in a very predominant area just because the market was good and we were pretty financially stable. And what had happened is I had wanted to build another fish room. I had wanted to, looking forward to having a house again, wanted to have more aquariums.
Yeah.
And I started designing a lot of them. And what I did is I made a little booklet. And basically what I did is I took this was old school. I mean, this was before.
Oh, goodness. Do I need to turn the background down?
This was before
Okay,
the
give me
internet, you know.
the remote. Gotta turn the volume down. Goodness.
This was before the internet. This was before anything like that. So basically what I did is I made a booklet, just folded up a couple pieces of paper, made a little booklet, went to a copy shop, printed them out, went to post office, got a post office box, got some stamps. If you've never heard of an old magazine called Popular Mechanics.
Hey, Chevy's in here. Chevy Fish. Woohoo.
What's up, Chevy Fish? So if you've never heard of that, it was a very popular, it's still around, but most all these kind of publications are on the internet now. It was a very popular publication. It was a quarterly magazine, and in there they had all kind of cool stuff. And in the back few pages was like all of these ads.
Okay.
And you could run an ad, and it was very cheap. It was like $7 to run an ad, and it would run for the 3 months. And then you'd pay another $7, it'd run for the 3 months, and so on and so forth. So I put an ad in there, and I said, hey, interesting, creative fish tank designs, send me $5 or a check or a money order. And for those people that don't remember money orders, if you didn't have a bank account or if you didn't want to send a check, you could go to the bank or a grocery store and you could buy a money order. And so it was $5. And I said, send me $5 and I will send you 10 pages of my designs, my fish tank designs. So at the end of the day, 1,000 people responded to this ad.
Wow.
Way more than I ever thought would. So I ended up making $5,000. I was 21 years old, made $5,000. And
just off of your drawings.
Just putting an ad in the back of Popular Mechanics. And I think it spread it a little bit by word of mouth because other people said, hey, I got this from such and such. And other people, wanted to get it. And so anyway, I took all that money, I chucked it on my student loans. It made a pretty good dent in them. And I decided, hey, that's
always
pretty cool.
Good. Yeah. Always good to make a dent in debt.
So I ended up not staying with that young lady because she was very materialistic and all that. So I sold that land, had the rest of my student loans off, ended up moving to a different area, had an apartment, but it was a big apartment. So I started having fish tanks again. Met Jack's mother, moved my fish tanks to her house, moved in with her. And we had a big, huge, beautiful basement. It was a Cape Cod type of house, very beautiful. And I redid the basement, made a huge fish room. And what happened is that didn't work out. So the judge, when we went through a divorce, the judge gave me the house, even though it was her house previously, because I had invested a lot into it. The market was bad. And that was in 2008, right when Jack was born.
Okay.
So I kept the house and we do shared parenting with Jack. And that's how it's been for almost 13 years now.
Okay.
But what I did is I didn't want to keep the house because it was an old house and there's a lot going on. So the market was really bad. What I did is I short sold the house and I got a new house, this house, because the market was so incredible. This was a $310,000 house and I got it for $180,000.
Damn.
Okay. So I got it for $200,000. It's already worth $260,000. Just because of what happened with the market. So I decided I'm going to get this nice new big ranch. I'll be able to live here the rest of my life. There's no stairs. There's no basement. There's no attic.
All one floor, just.
Right. So the cool part about that is it's all spread out so I can have a lot of fish tanks.
I like ranch style houses. There's no up or down. It's all one floor spread out nicely.
It was a really, really big house. It had 4 bedrooms and it had 3 bathrooms and it had 4 living rooms. And it was very big. And what happened is the guy who lived here before us, his parents were ill and he owned a business. He was a mechanic. and
Uh-huh.
he turned this front living room into like an office.
Okay.
And he turned this into an office, and he turned the master bedroom into an in-law suite for his parents. But we kind of changed it around. So there's on the other side of the house, there's a whole kitchen and living room, and there's a
Uh-huh.
and that used to be my office. But what we did to use that extra space, those of you who are familiar with our channel, we had some guys from China come over as foreign exchange students, and so the foreign exchange students used the in-law suite.
Okay.
And we use the other part of the house. And then because of COVID,
You guys, quiet. Oh my goodness. Shush.
and then because of the COVID situation, they're actually not coming back. But I think they're going to come back after Christmas break is the plan.
Hopefully they're able to.
Yeah, they want to, and as of now, they're supposed to be able to. But you know, anything could change. We'll see what happens with things.
Yeah, see what happens, right?
But yeah, ultimately, the house is very big, and it worked out very well. Now the garage, because he was a mechanic, he put a heater and everything in the garage, and I cleaned the garage out when the COVID thing happened, and we turned the whole garage into a gym. So now our whole garage is a gym, so we don't have to leave to go to the gym or anything. And I'm probably just not going to go back to the gym because now I have all that stuff. I'm just going to keep it.
I live 2 blocks from an Anytime Fitness, and I can't even go check it out because of COVID. They are shut down.
The gyms around here open back up, and you can go. And
I don't know if they've opened back up here, but last I saw, everything was shut down. They were doors closed, everything.
Yeah,
so
some.
Like, God damn it! I can't even go to the.
Yeah.
I can't even go check out the gym.
Well, that's why I decided I would just invest in this. So what I'm going to do, because this room, and you could tell this room's quite large, and those chairs. Actually, I just picked up those chairs at a garage sale, and actually, the lady just gave them to me for free because she was a neighbor. Those are actually going to go in the other room after we get that room done. We're kind of doing a lot of rearranging and stuff. So this room is actually going to become the gym/office so that I can pull cars in the garage when the wintertime comes. So this will be a gym. There is going to be my office still, and there is going to be fish tanks in here. And people will just use the gym, you know, around my work schedule, which, you know, pretty much when I'm working, they're at school and stuff anyway. So
sounds like a plan to me.
Well, you know, it's nice, and that's one of the reasons we did this. But the nice part is we have that in-law suite, and we can continue to just have foreign exchange students, which generates. Not only is it a great, it's kind of a great thing for Jack to, you know, be exposed to different cultures, and it's a great experience.
And while they're staying with you, you can learn a new language.
Yeah, Jack's been learning Chinese and Mandarin and some other things. But the other part about it is a lot of people don't realize they pay you quite a bit of money.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, they do. And we are lucky. We just happen to live by a very large private school that they like to go to. And there are about 40, well, there's about 100 foreign exchange students that go to that school. It's called Lake Ridge Academy. It's a very predominant private school.
Mm-hmm.
They're expensive, but they have a lot of foreign exchange students. Out of the 100 foreign exchange students that go there, about 50 of them are from China. And we happen to live only really within like bike riding distance. So, and they have a bus that comes here and gets them, you know, when the weather's bad or whatever. So it's convenient. So I can either continue to use the in-law suite for them and generate some extra income, or if something happens down the line where a parent or an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent or somebody needs it, I can always have them come in and live here if they need to or whatever. Or when if I get really old and I want to stay home instead of going to a nursing home, I can hire somebody to live there and take care of me.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is,
you guys need to quiet down. Sebastian, if you're gonna be noisy, you gotta go play in your bedroom. Joys of toddlers.
Oh, I didn't realize I got the wrong screen here. I couldn't see anybody's. Anybody's messages. Hi, Chevy Fish. She said hi.
Yeah, I've not. I don't know if anybody's watching, or how many people are here, but I've got the chat pulled up. No one's really talking, but
So basically, what happened is we then decided to.
Benton, go get mommy's bag.
We then decided to start expanding and doing work around here. I put solar panels on the house. I put wood burners in, more fish tanks, and basically we're probably gonna end up getting batteries soon. After we pay off the solar panels, we'll probably invest in batteries, and we'll pretty much be self-sufficient. I might get a water reservoir put in. If we do that, we'll completely be independent. We'll be off the grid completely, really, at that point.
Yeah. This is my attempt at my own personal thing.
It's nice.
Well, that's just the that side. Here's the other side.
Oh, that's nice.
It's all 100% freehand. Nothing traced or printed or anything.
It's great. I think one of the greatest parts about YouTube, and one of the greatest parts, of course, about aquariums is just, using it to explore your creativity and expand your ideas. We are constantly, with our plants and our aquariums and our house and decorating and our yard, we are always looking for more and more creative things that we can do.
Yeah.
To, just I mean, I think it's very important. I think it's a great coping mechanism. It helps to relieve stress. It helps to relieve anxiety, depression. We were actually featured on Fish Keeping Jamaica today, where we talked about this exact topic. We did a video for Raleigh. If you're not familiar with Raleigh, on Fish Keeping Jamaica, I would definitely check his channel out. He's an awesome guy. He's like the fish guru of Jamaica.
Oh, fun.
We had been talking to him for about a year or so, hooked up with him. And what we did is he did a series for about 2 weeks. He did a series where he was sharing other people, some of his favorite fish tubers, fish rooms, and aquariums. And so he asked us to do a video for him. We did one. And it was posted this morning. And then we did kind of a funny little video on our channel. We said, hey, we're not doing a video today because we're in Jamaica. So it's funny.
My goodness, Sebastian. Go play in your room. Go play in your room if you're going to be noisy. 4-year-old.
So basically, it's been a wonderful venture. We basically just posted one of our tanks. I think it now has about 15 or 16,000 views over the course of a year and a half since we started it. What we did is we reached out to the guys from Tanked, ATM from Animal Planet. And we sent them that video. And they responded, which was very surprising to us. They responded and they said, we really like your guys' creativity. We like the father-son aspect of your channel, because they're, Brett and his father were a father-son team. Now, at the time, the show was right at the edge of being canceled. They had been on for 15 seasons. We didn't really know that. Wade and his wife started a project called King's Laser Lighting. He named it King after his last name, Wade King. They sent us a bunch of these lights, and we did some designs with them, and we did some videos with them. They were made by a company in conjunction with him called Versaloom.
Okay.
Versaloom is a company that makes these lights. They made waterproof laser lights that go, in fact, so this is one here, something similar.
Oh, wow.
And so these are waterproof. They're basically, you can use them as phone chargers. You can use them in fish tanks. And they're basically these laser lights that are waterproof. And so we did a series of videos. and kind of helped them promote them. And then we stayed in contact with them. And then last year I had to go out to Vegas for a wellness convention. And I reached out to them and I ended up meeting up with Jet. And again, anyone who hasn't seen that video, it's on our homepage. He invited my fiance at the time. He invited us over to his house, and he gave us a tour of his house and his tank and everything. That was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience.
Sebastian, hey. You got to be quiet if you're going to be out here, or you go to your room. Last warning. It sounds like you guys are doing really good.
Well, that was nice. You know, that was very nice of him to do. And then he did a little promo video for us. And then we started meeting other people. We went on vacation to Florida and we met Father Fish and did some videos with him. And then, of course, we met the guys from the Ohio Fish Rescue, another father and son team. A lot of people know the Ohio Fish Rescue. They only live about 20 minutes from us. So basically, we hooked up with them, and we've done a few videos with them, and they've done some videos with us. And we are going to be doing a project coming up. We have a series that we have called Get Your Tank Jacked, which is something we started. And basically what we did is we find people's fish tanks. Maybe they have an old fish tank that they want to redo, or maybe they have a build or a project, and we kind of jack it for them, you know. And we are going to be doing one of the tanks at the Ohio Fish Rescue coming up.
Fun.
It's going to be very cool. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one, and it's going to be a lot of lights. You're going to be able to see this thing from the moon. It's going to be very, very, very
Maybe
neat.
if it's outside, but I don't know if you can see through a building.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very cool. They're a wonderful organization. They're almost at 100,000 subscribers. Actually, I think we're probably going to hit about 10,000 right around the time they hit 100,000. So it'll kind of be a groundbreaking time for both of us. It'll be really kind of neat. But we enjoy it. We enjoy meeting all these people. We've met other people from YouTube when we've been on vacation and stuff, and we've tried to do videos with them and things with them. And we've also connected and stuff like that. So it's really, really, really kind of neat. It's a really cool thing. What I would encourage you to do is continue to go with it, be as creative as you can, and just have fun with it. And if ultimately something, you know, ends up happening that's great, then that's awesome. What happened with us is one of our videos went a little bit viral. Well, a couple of them have, but one really went viral. One of Jack's setups, and it now has about 1.7 million views.
Wow.
And so that brought a lot of attention to our channel from people who probably wouldn't have found it. And that was really nice. And so a lot of those subscribers have stayed along with us, checked out some of our new videos, checked out a lot of our old videos. So a lot of our old videos that were just kind of sitting in there, you know, collecting dust, people were looking at our playlist and going through and seeing some of our old fish tank designs and our old ideas. And they're like, wow, this is awesome. And sharing it. And so, yeah, we're over 9,000 subscribers now. And
wow.
Honestly, if you would have told us a year and a half ago when we posted our first video that we would have, you know, close to 10,000 subscribers under 2 years, we probably wouldn't have believed you. But it was really, really cool. And it's been a really super fun experience. Honestly, like I said, I mean, Jack says the same thing. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable.
Cool.
It's pretty unbelievable. You don't plan on that kind of thing ever really happening. It was kind of hard because I was busy. It was during the COVID thing. I was very busy because I do work as a wellness coordinator, and I was helping a lot of my fellow nurses and other healthcare workers deal with all of the stress and all of the incredible work that they had to do during this crisis, this pandemic.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there were days when that video would get 100,000 views in one day. And that was almost incomprehensible to us. And it would get, it would get like 100, 200 comments a day with questions and all that,
Wow.
And I would try to answer them all. I would try to answer them because I didn't want people to just watch the video and then go away from our channel. So I would try to answer them and say, hey, this was 8 months ago, because it didn't go viral when we first released it. It happened later on. So we commented on there, and we were like, this setup has actually changed 4 times since this video. Check out some of our other videos. And people did, and it was really nice. And so then he has other videos of that setup that have 200 or 300 views now, 200 or 300,000 views. And some of my tanks then have, 10, 20, 30,000. So it's really kind of neat. And
okay, I got mute for just a second.
Sure.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, hubby had a question for me.
That's okay. My Chrome got a big black or a big blue circle spinning, so I can't see anything anyway. Can you still see and hear me?
Yes, I can still see and hear you. The audio kind of warbles a little or lags a little bit every now and then, but for the most part, you're fine. Sebastian.
So yeah, it's been a really fun ride. It's been a really good time.
Do you guys want to say hi to the viewers? Do you want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Come say hi.
Hello.
Come say hi. Come here. Hi.
Hello.
There. They said hi. Now, sit quietly and watch a movie.
I can't actually see anything right now because the whole thing. Oh, wait a minute. There it goes. Maybe it's going to start up again. Oh, there it is. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Oh, right.
Even Chevy says he can hear and see you. So.
Yeah, cool. It just like went blank, like on my side, but it started back up again. Okay. Now it does that. It'll get a little circle and it'll say. Yeah,
the little loady circle. It's like spinning ball of doom.
So ultimately, it's been a really fun ride. We made some stickers. We've been sending those out to people. We've been getting stickers from other people, trying to do shout out videos, trying to do collaborations, trying to work with other people. I do suggest doing that. That's very important to do.
Mommy's moderator, Savvy Fish, says, "Be good for mommy." Yes. And she said yes. Yes, my little mini occasional co-star is there.
So what? How many tanks do you have right now?
We currently have a total of 2 tanks now. Here, let me unplug from the charge cord briefly so I can carry the laptop. And we have right here in the kitchen That's it. Those are what we have.
Cool.
The big one here is the goldfish.
Hmm.
And then this little one here is our newest one. This, Kaya chose the placing of everything in there.
Cool. Good job.
I don't know if you can see him. Oh,
Yeah.
he moved. But there was a baby hiding back here by the filter. Oh.
I think the biggest thing with them is, you know, try to get creative, try to start messing around with them, try to start adding plants. We got some new plants last night. We were out grocery shopping.
Kaya actually has dwarf Sagittaria right here.
Cool.
And I have a big Anubis in the goldfish.
That's nice, yeah. Yeah, we were out, excuse me, long day. We were out grocery shopping, and there's like a Pet Supplies Plus next to the one grocery store. We walked in, and they had the, you know, just the regular like Barco plants, and they were on sale. Like normally they were $6. They were on sale for like $2. And I'm like, let's get some, you know, $2 for a bunch. And the bunch had, I think each bunch had.
I sit down, they instantly come to the corner.
That's great. So, you know, things like that. I mean, if you had the ability to grab things, I'm always big on sales. I always look around for sales. Whenever we do videos, we always talk about, hey, we found this on the clearance rack. If I ever go to a pet store, I always check out the clearance rack. If I ever look at anywhere, if we go to Drug Mart, if we go to Mark's, if we go to Walmart, if I'm online.
I've only had them for a couple months, but in the time I've had them, they've gotten a little bit bigger, and the calico, her colors right here, she's the only female out of the three of them. Are you gonna make it easy for them to see you? But the calico there, she's the only female out of the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you see how bright her colors are?
Yeah, she's great. They're cool, man.
When I first got her, she was pure white because her colors were so dull and everything. In only the 2 months that I've had her, it only took a month for her to get that bright.
Let me show you.
And they've only gotten brighter as I've had them.
Oh, they look awesome. I'm going to show you. I showed this on Fish Room Fever when I did the live stream with him. I have not shown in any of our actual videos yet. But this is a closet. This is one of the closets. When you don't have a basement, you get these big slider closets. So let me see if I can get this on. So just so you can see, this is a huge 4-panel closet. So a lot of the rooms have these closets. So this is all full of fish stuff. Okay. Just racks of fish stuff. And what we do is, the way that I've learned to do this, whether I need something or not,
you have it just in case.
You can see here in this one's pretty awesome. So we have some aquariums in there, some glass sculptures, plants, heaters, anything that we at one point. Now let me show you this one. This is actually something we were going to show in an upcoming video. I'll give you an exclusive.
Oh, okay? Sneak peek for everyone.
So I'm going to turn the light on here because it's getting a little. Let me get back over here and I'll show you. So we were at Mark's. Mark's is a kind of like a grocery store that is around us, and they have an incredible clearance aisle.
We don't have a Mark's here.
They have an incredible clearance aisle where they just, it could be anything. And a lot of times they have pet stuff, and it might be maybe a pet store closed or something got discontinued or whatever. So we were at, and what they'll do is they'll still have barcodes and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they'll still have all the information on here. And this was sitting in the clearance aisle. And there were three of them. There was 2 in boxes like this, and one of them was like the model that was kind of, they usually take one out and hang it on the rack.
Little display.
Right. And there was a huge rack of these. There was only 2 left plus the model.
Okay.
And they had a price tag on them. If you could see here, it says Marks, $2.99. Now, what they do a lot of times is they might have them for another price and maybe they won't sell or whatever. So if you scrape this one off, it
You'll
says
see the previous price.
it says $8.99. Okay. But here's the interesting part. I looked this light up, and this light came from I think what happened is it came from a world market or something of that nature, and some of those stores closed around us. So Mark took all of those. I looked this up. This is a $39.99. This is a $40 light.
And you got it for $3.
And I got it for $3. And I didn't just get this one. I got both of them. So for $6, I got 2 lights that would cost me $80. Okay.
Damn.
Now, so that's the kind of stuff we do a lot of on our channel.
Kaya's tank is a clearance tag. What it was is, I said this on Jay's stream, but it was kind of rushed because I was using my cell phone and I'd been having issues with my camera just randomly not working at the time. But for a slowed down, better description of what it was, is Kaya wanted to go get a betta. She wanted to have a betta tank, and Daddy finally let her have her own 10-gallon tank. This is her tank, her fish, everything. So we went to Petco, and she was looking at all of the bettas, and she was going, "Ooh, I want this one and that one and that one and that one." And I would go, I told her, "Baby, slow down. If you want betta tank, in order to have multiple fish in this tank, you have to get all girls. Because if you get boys, they will fight until only one of them is left alive."
Right.
And she panicked. She didn't want any fish killing each other just to have the tank. So she started looking at only the girls, and she was finding every single one of the koi pattern female bettas.
Right.
And I told her, okay, before you grab any of those cups, let's go to the wall where they've got all of the fish for sale and see if you're really just going to do this betta tank. And she goes, okay, I probably will, but we'll go look. So we went and we looked. And as we're looking, we come across this tank marked adoption, assorted molly fry, 25 cents each.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
What it was someone had given the store 800 molly fry.
Oh, wow. So they just brought them in.
They just brought them in, dropped them off, said, do whatever you want with them, and walked out. So Kaya was looking, and she fell in love instantly with the baby fish that had the giant Google eyes. These fish, she said that they look like they've got the little googly eyes that you put on little pom-pom crafts, you know. And so the lady came over and said, do you like those? And she goes, yes. And the lady asked her, how many do you want? And Kaya said, I want all of them. All that are left in the tank. I want them all. She does not have any bettas. She has molly fry.
That's great. Mollies are great. Mollies are great.
It is the best fish deal she will ever get. The store manager was running the cash register, and he saw Kaya walk up with her baggie of the molly fry and the note saying that there were 8 of them in the bag.
Right.
So I'm thinking, okay, a quarter a piece. There's 8 of them. That's gonna be like $2, okay? Plus tax.
Right.
Well, I handed Kaya the money while we were waiting our turn. And the whole time he's punching in the adoption code to ring up the fish, she's trying to pay for her fish before it's, time for her to hand over the money.
Right.
And so
That's funny.
what happens is he tells her that the price for all 8 fish is 25 cents.
That's great.
They were the last 8 in the tank. And she paid only a quarter for all 8 of them. And he asked her what kind of tank are they going to go in, wondering what size tank they're going to go in right now. And I said, oh, they're going to have their own mansion. These 8 babies are going to have a full 10 gallons to swim around in. And the guy thought that was awesome. Just, that is awesome, And these babies, they've been using the whole tank. They'll hide, but if you're nowhere near the tank, they are constantly swimming around the whole thing, exploring everywhere.
Well, you have them in a good spot where there's a lot of traffic, so they'll get used to everybody.
Yeah, that's another thing, is they're also right next to the goldfish tank. And as you can see, there's a little bit of the tanks where the glass overlaps so that the fish can see each other.
That's great. That's great.
So it's like seeing the bigger fish in their own separate tank. The mollies will get used to the constant traffic and everything.
Yeah.
And on Fish Room Fever's channel, on his stream, Kaya had me type in the question how much to feed her to feed her fry. And he said to crush up flake food into a powder.
Yeah.
So Kaya's tank is one of those, 10-gallon Aqueon, whatever, aquarium kits from Walmart where you pay the price, you get the tank, the filter, and the lid with lights. And it comes with the sample of water, conditioner, and food. So I took that sample pouch of the tropical fish flake food and I crushed it up for the babies.
Yeah, it's great.
So now all Kaya has to do is take a pinch out of the bag and sprinkle it into her tank for her fish.
Yeah, that's the way to go. A lot of times people make things more complicated than they need to be. What I do if we have baby fish in that, I keep do you ever get to like the bottom of a container and there's like that dust in there, especially of pellets and stuff?
Uh-huh.
I just keep those. I keep those and I set them aside. And then if there's babies,
you just dump powder.
Let me show you this. This is actually really cool. We actually just got this last weekend. Before this week, I haven't even opened it yet. So just to give you an idea, I mean, look at this freaking thing. It's amazing. So this is a huge LED light. Okay, let me angle it so you can see. And you can either screw it, right to the side of the aquarium or desk or whatever. It also comes with a big, huge weighted base.
Oh, wow.
Evolution lighting. Yeah, I mean, these things were like, $40. Big weighted base you could take and you could put it in the base. You could even just put a little fish tank right on there, like if you had a tower kind of thing or a plant.
Yeah.
This thing moves any way you want it. Angle it, whatever. So the cool part is, from my point of view, I walked through a clearance aisle, and this is just part of the creativity of aquascaping and being an aquarist and all these things. A lot of people would have looked at this and gone, I'm never going to use that for anything, or what's that for? But for $3, you buy it and you put it in your closet or you put it in your thing. And the next time I'm working on a project, I might say, hey, maybe I can use that light, or maybe I can use whatever. And this hobby, a lot of people think, oh, this hobby has to be expensive. A lot of these tanks and these effects you do,
Why does anything always have to be expensive?
it doesn't. You just have to be creative. You know, we're putting meteorite shooting starlights on the back of Jack's fish tank this weekend. That'll be probably a video in about a week or two. I got those online from a place called Jamaica, New York.
Okay.
A place called Box in the Lights. And I was looking for some different things, and I found them during the COVID when everything was totally locked down. It was like February or March. And, you know, a lot of these online places were giving incredible deals. And I got 4 boxes of them. Normally they were 20 or 30 bucks a box during Christmas time. They were $5 a box. So I got 4 boxes of them for 20 bucks.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be able to light up the back of his tank with this amazing effect that I've never seen anyone do, that we've never done. And
Yeah.
we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it looks. We're gonna see how it goes. And it was 20 bucks. And it might be awesome, or maybe it won't be so great. If it's not so great, it was 20 bucks. It's not the end of the world. But if he likes it and it stays on the back of his tank for a year or two, awesome for 20 bucks, you know?
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things that it's not about how much you spend. I mean, I've seen aquarium lights that are $300, $400, $500. I've seen aquarium lights like this that were $80 or $100, and I got it for $3.
Yeah.
So part of what we do on our channel was when we find
And
stuff like that, we use it.
if you
and we
see
share that.
this, oh,
I lost you. I couldn't hear what you said. Oh, you got lost
No.
there.
video
There you are.
lagging.
I can hear you now. Maybe not.
Oh,
Yeah, you're just kind of cutting in and out a little bit.
looks like your video's back. Do you want to try rejoining? Like, back out and then rejoin? You want to try that quick?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. If I need to repost the link, I can. We'll do that. We'll repost the link for him, just in case.
How's that working? Is that better now?
Hey, you're back! Woohoo!
I don't know what happened.
I don't know, but my tank. If you see this here, this is my DIY awesome fish tank background. What it is it looks evil glare, but it looks like a brick wall. And I have one over on that side of the apartment
Oh, that's cool.
as Halloween decoration. Okay. And what it is it was $1 from the Dollar Tree. I grabbed one of those, folded it up, cut it to fit the size of the tank.
That's
I
great.
put a piece of tape here and one down here on this ledge, and it works perfect as a background.
Yeah, I mean, Halloween stores are awesome, especially with those pop-up type of Halloween stores that they'll then after Halloween they'll like close.
Yeah.
And you could just walk in there and get stuff for like 80% off and stuff. You know, those are the kind of things that you want to do. And again, you know, I mean, I try not to be like a hoarder about it, but if I find something that I know is going to work and that I know is going to be a good idea, then I'm gonna get it. Like, I know I'm gonna use these lights one way or another.
Yeah.
I mean, I might use it as extra lights on our beta tank. I might use it, you know, whatever. But for $3, I'm gonna get it, you know. And so that's the kind of thing. I can go show you the beta tank real quick, actually.
Okay.
We did a video on this. We did a little bit of an update on this beta tank. This is a very popular one of our tanks too. last year we took a Pothos. It was about $10. We bought it at Lowe's, and we put it in our. This is the big tank here. We're working on that one right now. Though. That one's in the middle of being worked. There's Ice Stidgy. She wants to say hi. Say hi. There she is. She comes right to the front when you.
Turtle.
That's the aqua cave with the inside cave for the turtles, and the plants coming out. We are rebuilding that one. We have a video coming out about the filtration in this tank Friday.
Oh, froze again. Uh-oh.
Are you? Can you hear me or no?
I can hear you.
Okay.
The video's a little slow. Not sure what's going on. Oh my goodness.
So this.
It's already been an hour.
Yeah. So that is the beta tank in my bedroom.
Wow.
And that Pothos now is about 7.5 feet long. It goes all the way down the rack there. That's well over my head. And that we grew in a rain barrel last year, and then we took it out this fall and put it in here. We have a bunch of videos about how we did this. And what's happening is we put some sculptures up here, and the Pothos is now climbing up onto the wall. And now we're going to get some sculptures over here, and all of this Pothos is going to then grow above the bed across the wall. So this whole wall here will be covered in Pothos. The whole rack will be, and then ultimately each one of these shelves will have another fish tank on it. And the Pothos that originally started in this tank will go into every one of these tanks, and they'll all be joined together in this biosystem.
Wow. Cool? That is cool.
Let me get a little closer.
And that is a very pretty plant.
Yeah, it's this, they call it Pothos, a devil's ivy. It has some of the gold in it. It has some of the white. Mostly it's green. And then these are just 2 pieces of bamboo that I have in a separate pot. So all of these roots and branches just started growing. We took initially some slate. If you look at that, and we drilled some slate. We drilled some holes in some slate, and we put the Pothos through it so that and again, those are just pieces of slate that we had left over from previous things. I'm trying to straighten this. Yeah. And then they grew down in here, and then they took over. And so we're now wrapping it around all of the arms of these, the shelf. So the Pothos is going around, and it goes all the way down to the floor.
Wow.
And then what we're going to be doing is down here, we're going to take a smaller tank. We're going to be building a princess tank of all female betas, and ultimately then trying to breed them with Cap. This is Cap. Jack named him Cap after Captain America because he's red, white, and blue.
Oh, cool.
He's kind of right there. Yeah, he names pretty much most of our fish after comic book characters, either DC or Marvel or whatever. Trying to position it so he can see. You can see him. He's coming out a little bit there.
He's pretty.
There he is.
Very into the light for the colors to pop. That is perfect. And showing off the fins.
Isn't he something? So he's red, white, blue.
Is gorgeous.
He's a half moon beta. We got him about a little over a year ago. So he's probably still got only about halfway through his life. And we're going to be, try to get a little closer to him. We're going to be trying to breed him. And then ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to make him like a man cave, because if the babies end up growing in here, if he doesn't behave himself, we'll be able to take him out and put him into a smaller tank by himself.
Yeah.
So this will all be basically betas and different things here, kind of like, and I'll kind of pan out so you can see kind of like in the corner of my bedroom there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice because we do the under gravel lights. So what we did here is we put the lights underneath the tanks that it has, you can see we taped them there, but you can't really see that. And then the lights shine up through these prisms.
Okay.
So the tank is actually lit up from the bottom, not the top. If I turn this light off, you can see a little better. The light just basically comes in from the rooms, but the under gravel lights. And so we did these on our zodiac signs. So I'm a Sagittarius and Jack is an Aquarius. And what we did is we found those on
I'm
Amazon.
an Aries.
All right. You can get those. A lot of people don't know. We talked about it in a video. You can get those for about 10 or 20 bucks on Amazon of your sign. And you can put those in your fish tank. And if you put a light underneath them, it will light up from the bottom, your zodiac sign or whatever. Isn't that neat?
Wow,
You can
that
also
is cool.
you can also get those custom made. You can have your name or your picture or your kids' pictures or your family's pictures or whatever. And it will shine up from the bottom and it will light up. See those, how they light up? Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
So at night, when there's no light coming in the room, all you see is our zodiac signs lit up, but they actually light the whole tank up because they're so
Wow.
bright in the dark. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Yeah, and we have a series of videos on that setup. This is Jack's setup, of course. Everybody knows this one. This is the one that's quite famous. And so that's his 3 tanks that are joined together by those aqua bridges that we made out of PVC. And we basically made a vacuum by sucking the air out of there. And now the fish can go from tank to tank to tank anytime they want. And there's turtles in there. And
Oh, wow.
and they can go. And then that's the one we're putting background lights on that are new. We took the old ones off. And we're going to be putting, if you look here, we did the same thing. We put all this PVC with holes in it. And we have a lot of strawberry vines where we live. And we're going to be putting strawberries in there. And what's going to happen is all of these tanks are going to have vines coming out the sides, up onto the wall, up onto the lights, all over the dress. There's going to be vines in through here.
Wow.
This is a project that we kind of showed a little bit when we started it, but we've done a lot of updates, and we're going to have a video coming up on that one because we added more plants and did some other things there as well. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a great hobby, you know, because it's a hobby that you can make your house beautiful. You can incorporate plants. You can incorporate animals.
Yeah.
This Aqua Cave design is really my pride and joy. That's the one I love, love, love. It's amazing.
Yeah.
People are always kind of surprised when they see it. If you look at our earlier videos, we actually had a penthouse coming up out of this that was a vacuum. One of the 20-gallon talls that's in Jack's room was coming out of the top of this tank all the way to the ceiling.
Wow.
So the fish could either go in here, the turtles could either go in here as an air pocket, or they could go up in here and go all the way up into the ceiling and look down at us and look around the room, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of things that, you know, we try to have fun with things. And we say, hey, what can we do more to this tank? Let's add something. Let's give our fish more room. Let's give them more space. Let's give them more plants. Let's give them more lights. And so it makes our house more beautiful. It gives us a great hobby to work on together, but it also gives our fish and turtles an awesome place to live, you know?
Yeah.
And and again, like we always talk about, it's an incredibly therapeutic hobby. It's an incredible, you know, stress reliever. If we didn't have these fish tanks during the COVID thing, I think we would have went completely bonkers because it was absolutely crazy for me working in healthcare. It was absolutely bonkers. I was working, you know, 12, 13, 14 hours every day, sometimes even more. And then ultimately homeschooling Jack because, and again, how you doing there? And not to knock, you know, Jack's mother or anything, but she's not the best with homework. So basically I was doing all of his homework with him and also with Mickey, our foreign exchange student from China, and trying to work. And in the middle of all that, my fiance and I decided not to stay together. So we broke up. She moved out 2.5 months ago. So all of this was going on. And I told Jack, I said, the only thing that's keeping my sanity is working on these fish tanks and kind of having this hobby, you know, this peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah. Kaya recently told me she wants me to start my own fish store.
There you go. You can You can do anything like that. You can do anything you want.
Yeah, and actually with the mollies, I think that'll be a lot easier to do because mollies are live bearers. My goldfish are constantly chasing each other like they're trying to do something, but nothing ever happens. Oh, the plecos come out.
The best thing about fish is if you have fish that are procreating, one of the things that we do, because his plecos and his tanks reproduce a lot, and some of the other fish, I'm going to be
Look
setting.
at how big this pleco is. He starts up here and he goes all the way down here to the 74 on the little sticker thermometer thing.
Yeah.
Oh, when I got him, he was that big.
Oh yeah.
And he's grown. He's
Oh, they
like
go fast.
doubled in size.
Those bristle noses actually get pretty big. Jack has a team of albino ones in his tank that procreate quite a bit.
They get like 5-6 inches, which is no bigger than my hand, which is a good thing because if you look at the tank, my hand is a decent size.
Yeah, if you want to see a real big one, I'll show you a real big one.
And the lady I got him from, I had said that I would, I'd pay for him or whatever, because I was trying to find one. And, oh, wow.
So that is the male, we think. He's about 14 inches long. This is the female.
Are those
These are sailfins. Yeah.
Wow.
And this young lady is about 16 inches long.
Oh my goodness.
She's gigantic. Yeah. She's gigantic. This is the one that we rescued from the Ohio Fish Rescue. She was quite a bit smaller at the time. We were there. Oh, I want to say we visited 6 or 7 months ago, and somebody had brought her in, and I said, we have a male. We're going to be setting them up a cone. We're going to be setting them up somewhere to possibly breed. Because a female of this size could lay hundreds or even thousands of eggs, and sailfin babies, even an inch or two long, are $20 or $30 or $40. Especially if you have an albino like we do. This is an albino one that I got. Well, of course, the parrotfish always have to photobomb because they're hilarious. You see that albino one right there?
You gotta love the parrots.
I love them. We love our parrots. So this is an albino sailfin that I bought as a baby for Jack's tanks for $20. Got them on sale. $20. I can't believe that. It was normally about $60, and got that one. So I'm hoping between the three of them that they will breed, and we're gonna set up an area in here when we remodel it, like a cave of some sort.
Yeah, I'm not sure what type of bristle nose this one is. He's kind of hiding there on the gravel. Can you see him?
Oh yeah.
Right there?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what kind he was. The lady I got him from gave him to me for free.
Cool.
Yeah. And when she handed him to me, she said she had ones that were like this big.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my God,
As big as my little nail on my pinky.
Trying to get a shot of her without the. Oh, there's a good one. Look at her there.
Oh goodness. Kaya, look at that baby.
When she puts the sail up, it's really something. Isn't it?
Kaya's here looking at her. It says she's pretty. That is a sailfin pleco.
Yeah, she's
That's
gorgeous.
what a sailfin looks like.
There's the rope fish. You can see the rope fish sticking their heads out too.
Oh, look at the rope fish in there.
I like the rope fish.
There's about 4 or 5 of them that hang out underneath that rock. But anyway, yeah, the nice part, about doing this kind of thing, and you can make money back on it. And if you have a good, you could sell them online, and you could do stuff like that. But personally, we have some pretty good local fish stores. We have We have a really good relationship with them. And what we do is we just take them to our local fish store and we get trade-in for them, you know.
Wow.
And that way, if we,
Sick.
you know, let's say I need some food, or let's say I need some water stuff or whatever,
Down came the wind and lost his way.
Kaya?
I could take, you know, 10 or 20 of those babies, you know, those albino, whatever, pleco babies. I could say, hey, here's 10 albino babies.
Yeah, baby.
He'll throw them in a
Stop.
tank.
What?
He'll throw them in a tank and he'll say, hey, I'll give you, you know, $50 a trade-in. And then I say, okay, I need a new pump, or I need a new heater, or I need a new whatever. So ultimately you get to a point, if you're breeding fish, where your hobby kind of starts to pay for itself a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you can make money on your fish reproducing, then ultimately the hobby starts to pay for itself a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Kaya wants to use her last name, which is also Daddy's last name, as part of the fish store, and she wants to call it Got Fish.
There you go. That's a great name. Great
Daddy's
idea.
last name is Gott, G-O-T-T.
Oh, that's an awesome idea. That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Yeah, anytime you can do something fun like that with a play on words or something, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Either play with the Play-Doh or don't.
So super, super, super cool. I mean, you know, biggest thing is you can keep going with it as long as you want.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
ultimately,
going to be real interesting to see the mollies grow up, because I have no idea what type of molly they are. I have no idea what they are. They were just listed as molly fry. So I don't know what type they are. I don't know what color patterns they'll have. I don't know if I've got boys or girls or a mix.
yeah.
It's going to be interesting to find out. So
Yeah, I think ultimately most of the time mollies will be a mix, but you know, sometimes you can really find some that
I know Kaya really likes the Dalmatian pattern mollies, the white with black spots.
yeah. Those are really cool. You know, as you continue to kind of mess around with things, you'll find things that, you know, you'll find different variations of things, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of nice. I mean, I've seen some incredibly attractive lyre-tail mollies and things like that you know, are just amazing.
Yeah.
And
my little pineapple.
Yeah.
Found this thing at the dollar store. It's a little keychain.
It's awesome. Well, I do have to get after some yard work here before it gets dark. We're going to get dark here in about 2 hours in Cleveland, and I got to really get out there and try to get some of it done. This was a lot of fun.
The stream has actually gone for 1 hour and 13 minutes.
Great. Yeah, you know, Jack says I have a tendency to waffle on. If you've ever seen Andy Woods, quite a famous fish tuber there, he likes him. And you know what? When I start talking about this kind of stuff, it's kind of nice. I could talk all day about it, especially it's fun talking to somebody else about it who's interested.
I'll be honest, I like having guests on, and you're only the third person to be on. The other 2 guests I've had on my stream were James and Ed for my premiere, and then I had Bob Kaler on as a guest.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Bob's awesome. James is awesome. Those guys are all
fun. Ed is fun.
Yeah, he's a character. They're all really nice people. They're all people that really love the hobby. They're all people that really enjoy
Put the decoration back, young man. My son is using a Halloween decoration as a toy. 4-year-olds, you know.
I think,
but I really like having guests on because it's easier to talk with someone who can respond quicker than a chat can post it. And I am so new to this that I have no idea what I'm doing. All of my streams are they're really crazy because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm talking, trying to find something to have people ask me questions, you know. I'd like feedback. If you like what I'm doing, tell me. Because if I start feeling like maybe people don't like my content as much as I hope they do, I'm gonna feel like, well, maybe I should stop. Because a lot of times I've noticed that the number of viewers during my live streams is instantly dwarfed by how many views I get after the replay has been posted. I'll get so many views on the replay, yet I'll only have like a single digit or less than 20 people during the live stream. So it's like, well, what is going on here? And I say in my streams at the end, if you like the content, leave a comment. I love the feedback. I want to know what part of my stuff people like the most. So then I can have something to go on for the next one.
Part of it is a lot of people just can't make the live stream. So they'll watch it at their own convenience, which is honestly a lot of the case for me. I just cannot watch the live stream because I've got things going on. So, you know, I'll watch it later or the next day or when I have time. So ultimately, that's just the reality of being busy, and that's how most people's lives are. So I don't think it really matters if you enjoy doing it and it's what you want to do. A lot of people like doing live streams. We've never done them. We make our videos pretty long just because we've got a lot to say and share, and people watch them, and it gives us a decent amount of watch time. I mean, we're at a point now where we're averaging 6,000 to 8,000 watch hours per month.
Wow.
It's a lot. But a lot of people don't get that kind of watch time because maybe they don't have a lot of videos or whatever. So ultimately what they will do is they will do live streams.
Keller's in the chat.
How you doing, Bob? So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll do live streams to add to those watch hours. And if people watch it later, it doesn't really matter, Rena, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I really hope that people are enjoying my stuff, my content. I need to find a way to get like a recorder or something, because with my phone camera acting up, I can't get videos recorded. I can't record anything to post because most days I will take my camera, my phone, activate the camera app, and within 5 seconds, it's crashed and will refuse to work for the rest of the week. And I don't know if it's my phone, if it's something on my phone. I don't know what's caused it. So I need to get a better solution for being able to make videos to post other than my live streams every week. Because I think if I have more content, then I might get more comments.
Maybe you can
So I don't know.
That's part of the thing too, but you can do live videos like Bob does that a lot. Bob a lot of times will just do a live video of what he's doing in his fish room instead of recording it and editing it and posting it later, which is fine. Lots of people do that too. And part of the reason that they do it is because it's just more convenient.
Yeah, and see me, it's a record and post because I do not know how to edit videos. I don't have any editing software. So everything I do, there's nothing cut out. People see me actually struggling with what I struggle with. They don't see any of the little internet magic to make this just kind of skip to the end or whatever. They see everything I go through, and I like that. I actually like that people see everything I go through, all the effort that I go through to give them content. They don't see any of that effort cut out because something got edited out.
Right.
I like them seeing everything I do because the more effort I put into it, they see all that effort and heart put into giving them something to watch.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you can do it however you want to do it.
Yeah.
That is your brother's choice. Stop it.
I kind of enjoy just doing it when we do it and then being able to kind of work on it. It doesn't matter if people do it different ways, whatever works best for you,
And now would you stop? I'm trying to do a show, and doing this right next to me is being very rude, baby. Please. Oh, goodness.
Regardless, what I would tell someone, and this is the same thing that I told everyone who started doing this, or when people told me when we started doing this, is do what you want to do. And ultimately, you can tweak it or change it depending on what you want to do. But there was a lot of people that told us a lot of things when we started doing this and gave us a lot of advice. And very honestly, we went literally almost against the grain on every bit of that advice. I'm not lying.
Really?
And yes, people told us a lot of things. They said you shouldn't have more than one topic. We were totally off the wall with that. They said,
stop. Go play in your room. Go play in your room until I'm back.
People said a lot of things. And we just we just simply did what we wanted to do. And
go play in your room until I'm done. You too, mister. Go until you can play with Play-Doh when mommy's stream is done. Now go. I will pick you up and put you in your room myself. Or you can go now. Go. Okay, I guess I'll be right back.
Okay.
No.
You guys need to stay in here until the stream is over. And now I have a 4-year-old mad at me. He'll get over it.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
There's a second U on here.
Yeah, hold on. I think I screwed something up. Is that better?
Let's try. I don't know. I'll just leave the second you up there. I don't mind.
Well, either way, I do kind of have to go because I got to get to the yard work, like I said. But yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure. You know, what I would tell you is the same thing. Like I said, what we did is do what you want to do. Collaborate with people that you want to collaborate with. Talk to people that you want to talk to. The only thing, like I said, that I've noticed for us is there are people that I try to support, and they don't really support back, and they're for whatever reason they just don't. So ultimately, I just stop supporting them. I mean, that's just how it is.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, that's just kind of how it is. I mean, it's a give and take kind of thing. If you're another creator and you're trying to help each other and they're not going to, then don't support them back. You know, it's up to you. But
Yeah.
there's billions of people that are on YouTube, and you know,
Yeah. Lots of people out there, lots of chances for collabing with someone.
lots.
All right. Well, it's been almost an hour and a half. I will let you get going so you can do your lawn work or whatever before it gets dark.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's a lot of fun. I always like jumping in on.
Thank you for being on the stream today. I did want to let you know I got your stickers in.
You know what? I just lost you.
Oh.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, I got your stickers.
Oh, I'm glad. Good.
Yeah. One of them is on my tank, and Kaya wanted the second one on her tank. So both of them have a Jack and Dan sticker.
Awesome. Oh, we're glad. We're glad. That's why we made them, and that's why we like to trade them with other people. If you want to send us something, send us anything you want. It could be a picture, it could be a little postcard, it could be anything. And we'll put it up on Jack's Hall of Fame, and we'll give you a shout out in the next video. That's how we do it. We do like a big shout out video every couple of months. And
I have the slip with your address on it.
Yeah.
Saved. So I will figure something out. I do think I might take Kaya up on her idea and try to figure out how to do a fish keeping thing.
Awesome.
I mean, who knows? Maybe people actually go for it.
Yeah,
I mean it's a fun play on words too.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely it is, yeah. Well, the biggest thing is just have fun with it. And if you can have fun as a family, that's even better. You know,
yeah.
Jack and I have a lot of fun with it. We've met a lot of people through this. We've visited a lot of people, and we send things to people, and they send us things. And it's just a lot of
fun. All right. Well,
thanks so much. You guys take care.
Thanks.
Send us something. We're gonna do another shout out video soon, and you guys have an awesome time.
Yeah, you're welcome back anytime.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye. All right. For anyone still here catching this on the lives or on the replay, hit the subscribe, leave a like, comment, give feedback. I want to say thank you to all the viewers who were here. It's great that people like watching my content, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.